set of lights. And Tracy, we've never done a whole dozen of the Eveready traditional, gorgeous solar outdoor lights.
I know, it's huge, this set. It's amazing. And if you are not familiar with Eveready, you are in for a treat because these are super high quality, beautiful solar lights. Eveready has been around for over 100 years. The originator of just about every battery in your home, and these are all glass and metal construction. So really tall, high quality glass. You see here, look at that starburst pattern that it gives there. It gives so much light. It's 8 lumens of beautiful white light. You're able to place these a good 10 to 12 feet apart from each other, so you don't have to have them on top of each other. It's giving you that nice spray of light, and this is going to maintain 93% brightness after 8 hours. So what does that mean? Well, when that sun goes down, your lights are gonna come on. And then they're going to stay on, and they're going to stay bright throughout the night. They aren't going to start to tinker out after a couple hours and then start flashing like a disco light. They're going to stay light and bright, so you're able to light up your pathway, you're able to light up your driveway. Think about putting these in those far corners of your yard where it's really dark. If you have pets, this is perfect so that you know what's going on out there. Have your dogs caught something? Is there some other critter coming into your yard? It's just a really great peace of mind. And because you're getting 12 of these, you have plenty of them to play throughout your front yard, your backyard, put them in your planters. I love having these in my herbs, so if I want to run out and grab some basil after maybe the sun goes down, I can see what I'm doing. And that huge crystalline panel is what is going to grab all that sunlight and fuel that rechargeable Eveready battery so that these stay nice and light and bright.
I'm sorry, I'm a little bit sticky.
You're a little,
It was really, I was just talking to Daniel and he's like, that's as hot as we've had it out there.
Yeah,
anyway, we're back.
Sun is strong today.
It's air conditioned inside here.
Yeah.
We've never done a dozen.
No.
In my history, we've never done it.
It's amazing.
And the biggest issue is people are like, I don't need 6, I need 12. Or they buy 6 and then they want to buy another set.
Yeah.
What's nice about these is you get the whole full set. This is a total like home transformation.
100%. You know what I did not review colors with you yet.
Oh, yeah,
so
go
let
ahead.
me do that. I'm sorry about that. So, and all up top here, this is the oil rubbed bronze. This is our most popular color all the time. We also have it in the stainless steel, which if you're looking for a little bit of like sparkle, little jewelry for your yard, this is perfect. This color is new this year. This is the gunmetal gray. And at the far side there, that is the graphite black.
So those are your color choices. As far as assembly, each one takes like 30 seconds, maybe 10 seconds.
Yeah,
10
about
seconds,
that, yeah.
All right? Pole goes on the bottom, stake goes in, lid goes on top. That's it. And then once you do that, you never have to mess with them again. You just decide where you want to put them. And as far as the install, you just stick them in the ground. It is that easy. What I love about these is the quality of them. And Tracy's showing you that right now. That glass is heavy gauge. It's like Anger Hawking.
I know. I only represent really thick glassware.
This is a 1/4 inch thick.
Yeah.
And so what that means is this is going to last year after year after year. They put a diffuser in the bottom. And what that diffuser does is the light from the top of the little roof there radiates off that, and it creates the most beautiful starburst pattern. When people drive by your house or they walk by your property, they're going to be like, well, they must have hired a landscaper.
Right.
Because the difference is literally day and night. Yet, if you have a pathway, if you have a pool, if you have a garden feature, I take 4 or 5 of these every 4th of July and I bring them to the beach. And I create like a little camp. And they light up. So really, really beautiful. They add value to your house. If you look up top 10 things that will pay for themselves if I invest, lighting and landscaping is always in the top 3, all right? They tell you windows, they tell you, but landscaping, if it's always the number one, because when people look at your property, they don't see the inside when they're looking at, they look at the exterior. And if you've got beautiful lighting and beautiful flowers and nice plants and a clean, deck or driveway, now it looks like somebody loves the property. And when you buy these, it does that exact thing. It shows everybody that I love and I'm proud of my space. I'm proud of my neighborhood.
Yes.
I'm not one of those people that doesn't care about how our neighborhood looks. It makes a statement about yourself, which is that, you know what? We all live here together. Let's make our place as pretty and as inviting and as safe as we possibly can.
Absolutely. And you know, I love what you're saying, that this is the best investment that you can make for your home, that you'll make that money back. But think about this. This is solar lighting. So it is not hardwired in your yard. So if you're making this investment to put your home on the market, or maybe you have a rental property, go ahead and enjoy them. But guess what? When you move, you get to take these with you because you have not hired an electrician to secure these into the ground. You are doing this with this awesome stake. This is an all-weather, high-quality resin stake. So once you put these in your yard, you never have to take them out. You can enjoy them all year round. They'll be beautiful in the snow as much as they will be in the summertime. So this is an all-year piece that is going to keep giving back to you throughout the year. I mean, I love this, right?
This is one of our favorite shots. So look at the two houses. They're the same house. But when you're driving by in a car, which one would you slow down and look at? I would look at the beautiful one that's all lit up. If you're a bad guy. The one on the left looks like nobody's home. Hey, let's go see if the doors are open, right? The one on the right looks lived in. It looks cared for. It is, and if you're a realtor, you want the house on the right to put on the market. You don't want the one on the left. The one on the left looks abandoned, right? And it's a really nice house. It's just that without the extra touches of the landscaping, it just blends in with everything else. You want your house to pop. You want it to feel good. You want to drive home from work and be like, look at, my house is welcoming me. It's not dark. It's not scary. And as Tracy alluded to, you could take these if you move because they're not hardwired. And what's also wonderful about them not being, automatic based on a timer is you don't have anything to deal with. I remember when I used to have my first halogen lights, right? First of all, the bulbs burn out all the time. They get hot as all giddy up and they get steamy when it rains. These are LED, they never get hot, all right? They're about body temperature, so they're not gonna shatter. The lenses are glass, they're not gonna fade like plastic ones do. Hey, listen, you wanna go to the depot and you wanna buy, a 6-pack of solar lights for $29? Go ahead. You'll be doing that every single season. And they will not even last through the winter. These are metal and glass construction. These are not cheapos. If you want cheapos, go to the home store and buy cheapos and then do that every year. You will have these year after year after year. And look, we're talking about Eveready. This is not a company that has been around as long as it has by throwing out crappy stuff. It's all top of the line. You can even see when you look at them. Look at that quality.
I know. I mean,
right?
They look like they're cocktail glasses, right?
Yes.
I mean, there's a sparkle to them.
I said anchor honking. That's
right,
what they look like.
I mean, they're nice enough to drink out of, but don't. When you get these home, it's so easy. So you're going to have their lid here. First of all, you can see that you have this really huge crystalline panel on the top. On the back side, there will be a little tab here. You're just gonna pull that and it's going to activate your battery to start working. You get a little immediate gratification. You're just going to place that on top and then just figure out where you wanna put all 12 of your fixtures, 12 of them. Maybe you wanna keep 8 for yourself and maybe you wanna share 4 of them with your parents that live in a townhome. They wanna put them in planters. You wanna put these around your driveway, your mailbox, your garbage. This is so perfect. We always have one by our garbage can so that we know those raccoons.
I got one of those.
I know when I can need to run.
I have those. I have 2 of those near my recycles. I also have one of those Bell & Howell spotlights because I've been sprayed by a skunk. When you and Tracy and I were from the same town. We both grew up in Connecticut, or we lived in Connecticut.
Yeah.
And we lived in Fairfield, which is even crazier because we're in the same town. And we have skunks and possums and all that stuff. You do not want to go out to that recycle place in the middle of the night without a light out there, all right? You don't even want to attempt that. What's nice about these is you can put them there. You can leave them there. They're always going to be lit. You're never going to have that feeling like, oh, there's a scary part of my property. And doing 12 means you can cover everything. You can put them in the backyard. You could put them along the driveway. You could put them along the front of your house, all right? And they will light up all your landscaping at night. I mean, your house just glows.
It really does.
Yeah.
You know, HSN is the only authorized retailer where you can buy Eveready solar lights. You can't get these anywhere else. If you search online for a better price, you can't find a better price because this is the only location to get them. All glass, metal construction. These are maintaining 93% of their brightness after 8 hours. So these are staying bright through the night. When I get up at 5 a.m., my lights are still working, which I love because you know what? If I want to get up and go out to my car to come to work,
It's dark out there.
it's dark out there and I don't want those possums or those raccoons going under my car.
Man, I had possums a couple of years ago. What a nightmare.
There was one in the parking lot here last night.
I know they're cutie little things, but they're pretty toxic. I won't go any further than that. All right, in case you missed Trace, thank you.